Hi, this is Natalie of the Vintage Cross Stitch Niche, bringing you another fun-filled video. So here's today's agenda. I'm going to show you some new finds. I'm going to show you some new starts, well, a new start. I'm going to show you Louisa Snow as my finish. I'm going to let you tour my new craft room. It's also / piano room and sort of library. And what else are we going to do? Oh, I'm going to show you some old and new craft magazine, including one of the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazines. It's a lot, right? But so far the feedback has been mostly positive for the video, and people seem to like this room better. So we're going to stay in this room, and my husband finally let me do this room as a video room. So first things first, I'm going to show you my finish. I have to show you this. Louisa Snow. Let me see if I can get that as close as possible without, here we go. So this is Louisa Snow. Looks very, very, very much like the old sampler. This is on, I believe it's 32 count linen that is hand dyed by me. In one of my videos, I did show you the dyeing technique to make the stripes. As you can see, it didn't fully take here. That's why I obviously didn't start there. I started here. And this striped linen is made with coffee, tea, and painter's tape. I tried 2 or 3 different tapes. My husband gave me the idea of using the blue painter's tape, which is easy to get on and off and also stuck well. It's weird. It's easy to remove and put on, but it also sticks well. But anyway, and I have an entire video, or more than one video, that shows dyeing techniques, but there is one video that has the dyeing of this actual piece of linen. See, it's pretty big, actually. So tomorrow I'm going to go to the vintage, I just got home from work. Tomorrow I am going to go to the cross stitch cupboard and pick out a frame. As you can see, there's not much room. Just to let you know, because I've had this in the roller frame the whole time. You see these edges? They're not going to come loose. They're not going to unravel because I put the anti-fray stuff on here. So that's, and I did leave enough that I want this to be hemmed, enough for hemming. I'm just going to see if I can fold this so you can get the idea. So my hope is to hem this all the way around. I'd even like the stitches on the hem to show this time, to show. So it looks really old. And then I'm going to have this mounted. Somebody told me you can mount this with linen behind it. Sort of interesting thing to do. I'm thinking of just mounting it with the frayed edges. I don't know. So sew the edges and mount it with linen behind it, or let's see, or leave it frayed and just as is. I don't know. So if anybody has a thought, let me know. It may be too late, but no, it won't be, because even if I drop it off and tell the cross stitch cupboard to do something, nothing gets done overnight, and I certainly could call her and let her know. I don't know. Or I could just frame it and do it real close to the sides, which might have been how the original is. So I don't know. I got to think about it and maybe ask around and see what people think. The only thing I did different on this is I did add my initials, N.W. Natalie Willis, on the bottom. Can you see them? Natalie Willis. I know that the W looks weird on here. I'm sorry, the N looks weird, but that's the way the N has been in this font. They did the N this way. So that's NW. So I'm very pleased with the way this came out. Very, very pleased. And just to show you the back, my back is not it's not horribly messy. I know some people like to look at the back. I saw that Vanna is doing some sort of sampler that can be, it's a reversible sampler. My God, I don't know how she's doing that, but I think it's amazing. So I was very pleased with this. Now, you notice my shirt says Natalie Sewn. So Natalie Sewn is actually was my former husband, and I started out as Natalie Lampert, and now then I was Natalie Sewn for many years, and or a number of years I should say. I was married about 14, almost 15 years, and then Natalie Sewn is how I went to medical school and graduated medical school as. And it's very hard to change your doctor name because there's so much paperwork and documents. The insurance companies or Medicare or Medicaid would never recognize your name. It would think about how hard it is to deal with the government and times it by 100. It would take years and probably you'd never get paid. So there's no reason that you can't do something as your business name, and so I have both names. I have Natalie Sewn as my business name, my name that I conduct business as, and I have Natalie Willis as my Mrs. name because obviously I'm remarried. So that was just an aside. So here is my new start. After doing this sampler, which took me a little while, I had to do something small to feel like I'm accomplishing something. So I started Lucy Beam 11 Stitches, All Hallows Eve Heart. Can you see it? There is a little bit of a shadow the way this light is, but so make sure you can see it. There we go. And the fabric that I'm using is not this fabric. This fabric is Anubis by Under the Sea Fabrics, which is gorgeous. And Under the Sea Fabrics is beautiful, but instead I'm using something I had called Halloween's Night by E-Design. That's the label. E stands for something Italian. That's what I was told. This is an Italian designer that doesn't make it anymore. She should, because her linen's magnificent. But anyway, this is my start. This is a very prim project. As you can see, the jack-o'-lantern is not even. It is uneven. The October has an OCH. I did this. This was all done in one evening. Actually, this is 2 evenings worth of work. It doesn't seem like much, but this is pretty solid. And one of the nights I only stitched for about 30 minutes because I didn't have much time. But very pretty, right? And here's all the colors. I did substitute the red. The red was in DMC color that I didn't have. I didn't order. So I just used a red that I had of Weeks Dye Works called Indian Summer, which I thought looked very nice. And I'm going to get all the colors together. It doesn't look like it has that many colors, but it does. It's weird. Let's see, some of these are duplicate, so I wish I was better at holding them up. One of them looks awfully long. So this will be finished this weekend. There's no doubt. I have to finish this. There's not that much left to do. Just those letters. And then she used, it looks like she used some sort of rickrack around the side. I was thinking of pom-poms, little mini pom-poms. And I do want it made into a pillow like that. And I will not sew it. I do enough without sewing, even though I have a beautiful sewing machine. I have a great sewing machine. I'll do hems and I'll do rickrack on the sides. And that's about it. And I'm not good at sewing. I would love to take sewing lessons. There's actually a quilt shop that's not too far from here. And I called them to say, do you have a quilting class? And they said no. They said people just come down and quilt. So apparently it's not a place they teach. And I got a little discouraged and I said, okay, I guess I'm not going, because how could I possibly go there and just do it if I don't know how to do it? But I was gonna walk in there one time, but the last thing I need is another hobby. All right. New acquisitions. Okay. I found this. Look at the graphics. Obviously it says Christmas Carol. This was a freebie giveaway by a guy named William Frey, 301 First National Bank Building, Tampa 2, Florida. Telephone 2-1186. His telephone number was 5 numbers. I have to show you that. Now, if anybody could tell me in Tampa, Florida, when telephone numbers were 5 numbers, I don't know, but this is gorgeous. The graphics are beautiful, and I bought it for the graphics. As you can see, the color, the graphics, everything about it is cool. It's got a whole story about Christmas carols, and of course it even has a whole explanation about the history of the Christmas carols. And of course it has all the favorites, Silent Night and The First Noel, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, and some I don't know. It has the Cherry Tree Carol. I don't know this one. If anybody can sing it for me, contact me and sing it for me and let me know. I do have the words, but I don't know. I can't really read music that well to tell the melody, although I have a piano, I sort of play it, so maybe I'll try. Has Away in the Manger, the Wassail song. It came upon a midnight clear, hark the herald angels sing, while shepherds watch their flocks, from the book of Psalms. I don't know that one. Oh, Come All Ye Faithful, of course everybody knows that one. In a little town of Bethlehem. It says on every page, printed in the USA. So if the life insurance company gave this out nowadays, would it be politically correct? Because clearly there's many other religions, and would this be saying we only care about people that are Christian? I don't know. It's not my job to be talking about politics, and I will not, but I think this is just beautiful. But I do think about stuff like that. Would they give this out today? It's probably too expensive to make, but just so pretty. I have to show you that because I thought that's just beautiful, and I have a thing for graphics. Hold on, I got some other stuff that I didn't bring. I'll be right back. I'm back. So let me show you some of the stuff that I got. This, ooh, it's still got water in it because it's a little can, and I tried it, and I poured the water out, and actually it does come out these holes. It's so cute. And it's definitely old. It's definitely old. You can tell by the paint. You can tell by how cute it looks, by the quality. It has some numbers on the bottom, and that's obviously, we'll never know where this is made. Definitely, this looks Japanese. I'm 99% sure it's Japanese. So we have this really cute thing. I'm thinking scissors. This will hold an awful lot of scissors. I'm thinking that these little holes could probably hold needles. In fact, let's give it a whirl and see if they fall in. That would be my only thing. Just to show you my, this is just an old container. I have no idea where it's from, but so I keep my needles in here. Just curious to see if the needle would fall through. This is a big needle. And of course it would, so that would not be good for needles. But anyway, I thought it was really pretty. And this was $2, so I said, wow, for $2, I'm gonna take it. But utilitarian is what I think, and definitely it could hold pens, and it definitely could hold scissors. It can hold just about anything you want, and it's beautiful. So that's one thing. Second thing is this. This has some age to it, and the reason it has age to it is it's crazed on the inside. There's no made in China decal. It wouldn't be in a decal. It actually would be probably written. There's no made in China. It has age. It has age. I don't know how old. It could be 1980s. It could be 70s. We'll never know. And as you see, the bottom's a little unusual. It doesn't sit flat. Well, anyway, it's a container. And this is for a kit. I'm going to sell this maybe with a piece of that Halloween linen to make a really neat pin cushion. You could probably put the pin cushion inside of the cover and use this for your notions, or you can just make a pin cushion inside. But it's awesome. I thought it was great, and it has some age to it. It's not really. It's made very well. It's fairly heavy, and it's pretty. So I got that. It's a little wet too. I washed that one. So another one of these boxes. I had already sold one that was much plainer than this one. This is in almost mint condition, and it says Apex Japan. Just to show you the label. And yes, it is a music box. The top doesn't open, okay, but the drawers do. And the music box, does it work? Yes, it does. It's a little scary sounding. Nah. Anyway, it definitely works. But that's not why I bought it. I bought it because I wish I could get it to stop. I wouldn't use it as a music box. Live, folks. I just did not break it. Okay. This is to be used as for your floss. It's very, very pretty, and for your project on top. Okay, I probably would not use it as a box. I don't even know what song it is, but apparently it works. But it's a really nice little chest of drawers. Okay, so we got that. A whole bag of interesting looking trims. The reason I got these is because of these trims. Let me just show you. And these are made in the USA trims, just to show you. These are awesome. Just so cool looking. 1960s or 70s prints. Look at the daisies, another one all made in the USA. This one's never been opened. Your yellow daisies. That's what I bought it for. And there's gold. There's a lot of trim. I think I have a lifetime thing of trim. Is this a Christmas one? Yes, it is. And it is really cool. So you've got this little Christmas one. Can you see it? I hope you can. And got like, I don't know if it's Christmas or what it is, but it looks like Christmas. Just going through this. I haven't opened it, as you can see. This is an opening with you. Awful lot of ribbon for gifts, which I can use. But that trim is really nice. I mean, there's some really pretty trims like that. And it's all made in the USA. The whole thing of crepe paper. That one I'll never use. But anyway, this whole box was $2. So bad, $2. And just getting, this is why I bought it, was this. So just getting this funky trim to me is enough. I just liked it. All right, I have a lifetime supply. I gotta put this trim away. Another box, storage box. I don't remember if I showed this, so I'm gonna assume I didn't. This one's made of solid walnut, and it's just a beautiful box. A solid walnut box, which would be perfect. This obviously was meant to be a plaque with somebody's initials on it. It doesn't have it, because I don't think it ever was done like that. But this is just a box. Two projects. This is a chart called Just Nan Autumn in the Country, and it came with some beads. I don't know what year this is from. Doesn't say, but I love the design. It's really pretty. Let's see if I can move this in a better way. Yeah, that's better. What do you think? I don't love the fabric it's on. I think it's on natural linen. Yeah, raw Belfast linen. I just don't like I don't like the raw linen. Can you see that? I just want to make sure you can see. It's just a glare from the plastic. This is a really, really nice fall sampler. I mean, it's unusual, that's why I bought it. This is a Christmas printed Needles and Hoops beaded Dickens bell pull. It is, I do like these kits, and this one is really neat. I pretty much don't do these anymore except for something interesting like this, and it comes with everything you need, including a bunch of beads. I was trying to figure out where the beads go, but I think the beads go in between. If you can see, I think that's beaded. But anything Dickens I love. When I saw Dickens, I was like, ooh. This, which is a frog, made by Viking Company, according to who I bought it from. And my first and only flower frog. I do not want to drop this, but this one's pretty. And what I like is that it's not like somebody just stuck a flower frog in here. This actually was made for this. This was made to come together. You can put a flower frog in anything. You can put a flower frog in here, and it becomes a. And you can find these everywhere, but when they're made to go together, that's when I think they're cool. And this one fits a variety of scissor types. See? It's just so pretty. But they sell these on eBay. That's where I got this one. Let's not break that. I've had that a long time. This trim is beautiful. I won this in an auction. The trim is for this kit. So it's not a kit, excuse me, what I kitted up. Once again, Halloween greetings. The top one is the one I want to do and make into a pillow. The bottom one is the one they did into a pillow. The fabric is mystery fabric. And This is called for jack-o'-lantern floss and not called for onyx. I just like the colors. This fabric is a maybe. I ordered another piece of fabric, actually I got it on eBay. And we'll see what that looks like. And then, I don't want these falling all over the place. This is trimming. So, this trimming is going to go around the edge of this pillow. It said vintage. I don't think it's that old. It said antique. I certainly don't think it's antique. But it is. Check this out. Can you see it? Anyway, I can't hold them all up. But there's enough that there's plenty there that when I finish this project, I may sell. I may kit this up and sell it like that if people like it. Why not share? But that's what I bought that trimming for. I thought the trimming was amazing. Okay. And whoop, I'm losing everything here. Okay. And finally, these. These are needlework rolls that I bought from the attic. I will show you the label. Handmade because you're worth it. I like the label. And somebody asked me how much they were, and this was $38. Was this one $38 too? Yes, they both were $38. And they're made to tie together. Here you go. So you've got your project can go in here. You've got this extra piece here that, for me, you can stick your pins on. You can also, I think I'm going to put my threads in here, everything but your pattern, even then. Let me see. What I'm waiting for is Harriet Salt, the Harriet Salt sampler. I'm waiting for the Tudor silk. I bought 56 count Cafe au lait zip and Zweig art. So this is Kingston linen, I believe it's called. And if I'm wrong, let me know. Yeah, Kingston linen. Supposedly this is not too hard to work on. I'm looking at it, I can see the holes. 56 count Cafe au lait. And we've got the Harriet Salt sampler. Everybody has seen this sampler. That's my copy, okay? And let's try seeing, will the sampler fit in here? My feeling is probably no, because I think these are too small. I didn't know they probably came in more than one length. If I put my piece of linen in here and roll it up, it's going to be sticking out the end, see? So I think they come in more than one length, or I'd hope. So that's my only complaint with these, is I think they're too small. So let's try it with a different one, just see how it works. Let's try it with this one, which is smaller. So we've got our linen. Once again, I don't know what that linen is. It looks like, it feels like Weeks Dye Works linen. It's not my favorite linen, and this is going to be, it's going to be okay, but it's almost too soft to work with. But you can put your linen. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to do this. Okay, so you can put your linen on the bottom. Okay, so my linen fits pretty good there. I think we can even just fold a piece up. And now we've got this. I don't see why we couldn't just take a safety pin and pin these in. So now you've got your floss, your linen, your needle, and just roll it up. Roll it up as neat as you can. How about that? Just put this here. Actually, your floss wants to go this way so that they don't get in the way. And you're rolled up and you've got a beautiful, now a beautiful thing. I think they're awesome. I wish they were bigger. I should have asked. I'm going to look back at Nicola Parkman's video to see how big the ones were that she bought. My feeling is they have to be bigger because she works on big things. But these two can only be for small projects. I guess for some this is a big project. For me it's on the small side. But they're beautiful. They're color coordinated. And this is so cute. It's got little sewing notions. And you roll up your project, which I like. I'm thinking that I can even roll up a project that's on a roller frame. I don't know. I'm going to try it. We could try it now, but no, it's too big. So you've got that all tied up, and just to show you what this one looks like, see you've got the pretty button. This one's got the buttons fabric, and the inside is coordinating fabric with this beautiful whatever this is here. And so we've got two of these. I just wanted these. Obviously I'm not going to use these for big projects. I do want one for a big project, so I'd like a big one. I want one to put Harriet Salt in, but it's not going to be these. But they are nice. And I've never seen ones like this. Never. Though a friend of mine saw me put this, I should say she's a colleague, she saw me put this on my page and she said, I'm going to make you one because she sews. So I was like, just to show you, now this is the width and everything. This is a Garand Toten bag. Gorgeous, okay, with very nicely made. My grandma was a seamstress, and this is not going to fall apart. It's very well made, and the fabric's beautiful. I love the fabric here. So just to show you, this is probably the equivalent. This fabric will accommodate this, well, it'll accommodate anything, but the width, if you wanted to slide something in here like a Q-snap frame, it would be probably about the same size project. So different types of bags you can have, which I think is kind of nice. Looking around to see what else. Okay, so now the tour of my new craft room. So we're going to turn this around. Oop. That was too quick. All right. So my husband had an idea, by the way, to paint this door white, much to my unhappiness. So now I have one door at each. I think eventually both doors will be white. So this room is very strange. I have an old house by Florida standards. By Florida standards, this room, this comes off my dining room. And she used it as a, I don't know, she just had like a chair in here, and it was just like a little room. She did have a sewing room in the house, but it wasn't this room. So all I had in here before was my piano and the couch and this weird fireplace. This fireplace doesn't have a real fireplace. I don't really understand it, why she never hooked it up, because apparently there's a little opening in here and some piping for natural gas up in the attic. So apparently her plan was to make this into a gas fireplace, which of course she didn't, and then we have no natural gas here. So this is one of those fake fireplaces, which around Christmas looks cool. I really would like to show you what this looks like on. So in order for me to do that, I gotta find, yep, here we go. Oh, there you go. straight from the 70s, you have a fake fireplace. We have a real fireplace in this house. This is not it. But the mantle's magnificent. It's definitely a real antique mantle. It's in mint condition. She clearly had this base built for it. It must have meant something to her. But that's pretty cool, right? Anyway, the floor of this room, I don't know if you care about, this is not HGTV, but the floor of this room was dark parquet. My husband, well, there's stuff all over, but my husband painted it to make it look a little more modern. And it actually looks pretty good. So the whole idea is for me to show you stuff, show you stitching stuff. This is my Hoosier cabinet. I love my Hoosier cabinet. I've had this a while. This thing was for flour. So this is not really usable because it's got like a bin. But it is cool, and it's got the original flower thing. So I have some finishes in here. I have a dish with some, oh, I love him, some small finishes. This is filled with some of my trimming. A lot of this is handmade. This is just some Christmas trimming, and I found him and I said, wow, I can put my Christmas trimming in there. It's red and green. This is a finish that I made. That's, in case you're wondering, that is Extrude Designs Jack-o'-lantern linen. I think it's called Jack-o'-lantern. This is a little Heisey dish that I bought, and I'm not going to kit it up. I'm going to make this into a pincushion. I just thought it was beautiful. My cat, that's going to be a pincushion. So these are the ones that I'm actively thinking about. And up here, I have an awful bunch of stuff that I'd like to make into kits. I don't make them all at once. I just here and there throw my kits out. Up here, what is in here? Oh, there's a bunch of extra. These are all wooden spools. Some of them are bigger, some of them smaller. All wooden spools. These are all these containers are filled with buttons. These are all my stick pins I've collected. Just in case you want to see, this is the freight check that I use. It's called freight check. Can you see that? Okay. This actually has quite a bit of space in it. Whoop! Sorry. I don't want people complaining that it's moving too much. So, in here, this is my DMC that I keep. And this is all my extra trimming. As you see, I have a lot. And a lot of different, all kinds of, wrapping stuff and Halloween stuff. Everything. Oh, goodness gracious. There's nothing in here, actually. And in this drawer, these are all my antique postcards. And I give them out with kits. I love them, especially the Christmas ones. I have antique and vintage postcards. That's so cute. This one is Easter. Okay. And this container is an old ice cream maker bucket. I've got a lot of my rods, my roller frame rods, of course, my vintage yardstick. This was given out by a mortgage and loan. I have another Garon tote bag there. Those are some little stuff. Underneath, underneath I have some excess magazines, and that container's empty. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm probably going to put trimming in there. So we have that. And this thing my husband found at a construction site in the garbage. Could you believe? Pretty cool, huh? So, the very fact that my husband brought it home for me makes it special. I've got some finishes. I've got some more containers in cows, some finishes. I've got, those are my grandpa's citizenship papers, by the way. I think they're kind of neat. Some more finishes. This little, it's like a little antique cabinet, but this one's got all my fancy papers and my supplies for making tags. And this thing, I don't know why this is here. This is just sawdust, walnut shells for stuffings. You see this right here? I've been looking for something to do with this. I have to find small designs. I think they're all going to be little Christmas designs in here. Yeah. That's actually pretty old, and I found it and I love it. Ugh. We've got books galore, some antiques in here. That's another really cool, there's nothing in here now. I found that frame at a thrift store, actually. And it's got nothing in it. I think I'm going to put people in that frame or a project. So, of course, we have all that. Onto the goodies. This is just my work area today. I'm just using this today for doing our thing. It's not usually this messy. I've got one of these boxes. I don't know if you ever use them, but they're great. This one I got at an antique show. And I've got some sewing stuff, a lot of pins, just notions. It's full of notions. This is the expensive area. I've got just some scissors on the wall. We've got all sewing books. I've got a bunch of magazines. These are all the punch needle and primitive stitcher books. And these are all kitted up projects. I know it seems like a lot, and it is. And I will get to them, I promise. I'm not buying anything else. And these are vintage boxes. You see this box here? This is an old box. It says Church Bulletins. It starts April 1962. So that's how old that box is. And I left the tag on because I thought it was kind of neat. Hobby Lobby, just a junk. And these are real antiques. That one says Schweppes Miami, and the bottom one says Made in Scotland. It's for Dewar's Scotch. Those are a bunch of those books for the Christmas books for all the cross-stitch Christmas. Let's just see what else we got. Once again, another finish. This area, these are all my threads, which I must have been looking for something, or the cat did this. My threads are organized now by color. In that little container there, I have my silks. I don't have a lot of silk, but my extra silks. My beautiful sewing machine, just to let you know, this is a Sears Kenmore sewing machine. I've had it a while. I took it in to get it cleaned, and the guy told me that it is one of the best machines ever made, supposedly. I don't know much about it, but he it sews perfect. I'm just not, I don't know how to sew. So maybe as a challenge, I'll treat myself. That nice big thing down there is my linen. There is linen. That thing is filled with linen. It is a cedar chest filled with linen. That's all thread for my sewing machine and for hand sewing. Again, another finish. Lucy Beam, by the way, one of my favorites. Here's Liza Goes to Christmas Past, as you know. Another finish, I love this pillow. Brenda Gervais. Anyway, that's the sewing room. I still probably have to hang some stuff up and organize a little more, but I think it worked out pretty well. So let's turn this over. Oop. Sorry if that looks a little weird. And now on to the end. The last thing I'm going to do. I have some very vintage and some new magazines to go through. We'll start off with the old. I like to crochet. Crochet to me is fairly easy, and it's very forgiving. If you don't, if you make a mistake, you pull it out, and to me it's very easy. This one is a star book. Looks like it cost 10 cents, but look at the projects. Here, look at him. It makes pot holders, but the really cool looking pot holders. And the ones I've made have never looked that good. I just love this gingerbread man. I was gonna make him. He's got like a funky look on his face. And he reminds me of one of the little evil gingerbread men from Krampus, the movie. So I wanted to make him. These are not hard to make. So I have a few books of these. I bought these on eBay. These old, the strawberry, of course. I bought these on eBay, and they're fun and easy, and you don't really have to bring much stuff with you. All you really need is your thread, your yarn, whatever you're using, your crochet hook, and a scissor. That's it. No colors, no nothing. Well, these all have colors, but you can certainly make them more, but I wanted to show that to you. Now here's something that is, let's see, what year is this? This one is 2009, and this one is probably around the same. This is 2010. All right, I'm going to show you this one first. This is a Gooseberry Patch Halloween. I did buy this in 2010. I don't remember where I bought it, but I did. Probably a supermarket. And it has some really cool ideas in it. Apparently I got it wet too. It just shows a lot of different ways of making pumpkins. These are some painted pumpkins. Of course, some stenciled pumpkins, which is not that easy to do. We had a pumpkin contest in our office. A whole pumpkin primer. An entire tutorial on how to carve a pumpkin, and I believe I bought this because of our contest. So to learn how to do this, but there's just great stuff in here. Just some interesting stuff about, you know, colored pumpkins, painted pumpkins. A bunch of interesting decor, recipes, how to set a haunted table. Look how cool that looks, that mantle. See, I'd love to make my mantle look like that. I easily could. So I looked at that, I was like, wow, I can make my mantle look just like that. That's not a mantle, it's a table, but I thought of it for my mantle. They've got a nice recipe for how to make a gingerbread house. Anyway, these gooseberry books are pretty easy to find. They're not very expensive. This one included a lot of the stencils. These are stencils to make your pumpkins with. And if you want to get in the fall mood, I love coffee tables. I have another coffee table in my family room, and that coffee table always has a few books on it seasonally, and magazines, and like this will be one of them. So anyway, wanted to show you that. Now on to cross stitch. So we have a older magazine and a newer magazine. They're going to cross over eventually, but this is a 2009 Christmas ornament by Just Cross Stitch, and I wanted to show you some of these ornaments. These older ones are available. The Cross Stitch Cupboard, my store has them. Has a bunch of the older ones for sale, and you can also find them online, obviously. I'm just going to show you. I hope I didn't already show you. I don't believe I did. I'm just going to show you a bunch of the designs. This year, and I think they still do, they sort of group them by different things. This is the snow. Cute, right? I do like it better. On this one, they don't have all they have is the designer and the the actual chart, which I can't show you on the pages. So, but I will tell you they have Sue Hillis, Mosey and Me, Victoria Sampler, Blue Ribbon, Blackbird. There's a Blackbird Designs one in here. Which one is the Blackbird Designs? I'm sure you people want to know. Let's see. Blackbird Designs called Peace. I don't often see Blackbird Designs in here. Which one is called Peace? This one, right here. It does not look like your typical Blackbird Designs. Aren't you? You're waiting, I know. Hold on. Homespun Elegance is in here. Where is the Peace one? Ah, here. It's small, of course. Yeah, this one does. That is the Blackbird Designs one in the 2009 just cross stitch. My favorite one is this one, right here. And who makes that? Well, this is a pain now because I have to actually go into this to see who makes it. And that one is made by the one I like, by Sam Sarah. I mean, these are really fancy. These are really all well-known designers that are making this. The next one is their Christmas tree. And just to let you know, the one I liked the best was this Noel one. And who made the Noel one? This is number 4 by Homespun Christmas. I don't know. Who is Homespun Christmas? Let's see. Number 4. They did not make this so they've got Amy Brucken, the work basket, all kinds of stuff in here. Well, anyway, I showed you the one I like. This is Winter Wonderland. Pretty nice, huh? And I sort of like the little heart house, and I definitely like the cat. The cat is number 8. It's made by Britter Cup Designs. Number 9 is made by Cross-Eyed Cricket, actually. It's a pretty, that's one of my favorite designers. Although I have yet to do a finish. But that's Michelle Lash. I don't know who she is. This is the Blue Christmas. I hope you can see them all. I'll try to get them maybe a little closer. And my favorite one is this one, number 5, which is Heartstrings Santa. So this is my favorite one, is the Santa. Okay. Yeah, they did change. This is a little awkward to show you, but that's okay. This is the old-fashioned holiday. Now this one's, you're gonna know who does these. Okay. These are really nice, a lot of these. You see that one right there? That's done by the Primitive Needle. Very sought after design, very typical of her, and that one is called Penny Angel. I like this one on the bottom here, number 8 by La Di Da. Of course I like it, I love La Di Da. That's cute, isn't it? But the angel, I really like that. By the Primitive Needle, who of course is not designing because she's no longer with us. It's a sad story. And, okay. Let's see more. There's a lot of famous designers in this particular one. This one is called Christmas Confetti. And, oh wow. These are nice. This is a nice edition. Maybe that's why I bought it. I think I got this from the cross stitch cover because I thumbed through it and I was like, ooh, look at all those nice ornaments. I'm hoping to fill my little box with ornaments. I have to measure each one and decide. I'd like to have a little bit, maybe all in the same fabric, I don't know, to try to get a little semblance to it. And my favorite here is, they're all so cute. My favorite is Run Run Rudolph by 3. Raise the Roof Designs. Part of Raise the Roof Designs is Kitten Stitcher, otherwise known as Shakespeare's Peddler, otherwise known as Teresa Vinay. Otherwise known as probably my favorite, one of my favorites, one of my favorite Flosstube people. Okay. And this is Deck the Halls, 2009. Can you see them all? Look how cute they are. Deck the Halls. And my favorite is this little Noel door, which is made by, it's Christmas Welcome by Patricia Ann Designs. So I'll just concentrate on my favorites. Something about it I just like. But of course there's, let's see, Imaginating, Stitchworks, Shepherd's Bush. This doesn't end, it's such a big issue. Joy to the World. And let's see, we've got Rosewood Manor, Scandinavian Stitchers, Nordic Needle. And my favorite is, I don't know, sort of like this Jingle All the Way. And that one is made by Fancy Work, who I don't really know who they are. Let's see if there's a name. Fancy Work. Jane Timmers. Don't know her. Anyway, I think that's it. There's templates in here. And what I like also about these is their recipes. That's nice. They all put a recipe in here. Pumpkin pancakes, blueberry pancakes, noodle pudding. With cherry pie filling. That's got to be really good. Gazpacho, which I love. That's like my favorite. Pumpkin bread, marinated mushrooms, lemon cake. And I have tried a few of these. Deviled Eggs by the Primitive Needle. I am hosting the Palm Beach Stitchers event in my home at the end of August. We're trying to make this a monthly thing right now, although people certainly can get together in between. And I think I'm going to make her deviled eggs recipe in her honor. Looks pretty darn easy, although it's got mustard, vinegar, mayonnaise. It's not usually the way I make it, but yeah, you know, we'll try it. Anyway, the older issues of the Christmas ornaments. So these ones have sought after designers. It has the Primitive Needle and Blackbird. And I just did another one that has also something. I was like, wow, I can't believe it had it in there. Rosewood Manor, everything in there. Now, Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. Colorful fall and Halloween projects in this issue. This issue is 2016 fall. A fabulous magazine. I am not showing you the Punch Needle because I don't do Punch Needle. And this is about cross stitch. So, let's go through them. There is a loose page in here because it's got a correction in it. So it's interesting how it has a loose page. So far I see 2 Punch Needle and no, here we go. This one is Autumn Keeper Pin Keep by Barbara Anna. Very cute. Barbara Anna Designs. Once again, it is Autumn Keeper Pin Keep. This one is Pumpkin Patch by Little House Needleworks. It is a cute design. I don't like it. I don't like the fabric it's on. It's plain white fabric, so I don't think it's very prim. But it is a cute design. I like the pumpkin patch. I like the little pumpkins on the bottom, actually, very much. But again, these little ones, you can do these on anything. Scrap. And it's got a whole tutorial, this one, on how to, and I'm not showing it to you, but on how to finish it on this piece. And where did they get that background piece? What are they calling it? They're saying it's mounted on a metal pumpkin. So I guess she doesn't say where to get it. This is weird about this issue. There's twice as many punch needles. There's 2 punch needles for every what do you call cross stitch. Oh, blank for a second. For every cross stitch is two punch needles, but that's 2016. Right now they're about even. This is Give Thanks Threadkeeper by Nikki's creation. I love it. Oh my God, it's so cute. What's not to like? I love the little pilgrims. Nikki's creations. Give Thanks Threadkeeper. And she has directions about how to make it into the thread keeper to finish. The finishing makes the project. I have one in here that's fairly poor. Some of mine are not. There's only 2 in here that I finished. Are there only 2? No, there's 3. And my finishes don't look as good as the finishes I get from the cross stitch cupboard, but they're my finishes. So some people that finish, I'm just amazed. And this one, of course, is the primitive hare. It's called the Pickety Witch. What's not to like? It's adorable. The Pickety Witch. Now, I have not gotten my fall issue yet. I wonder when it comes out. I got the summer issue. I'm gonna find out. Because my fall. This one is Lucky Halloween by Maja Matias, who I don't know. Lucky Halloween. It's a cute witch. And like I said, there's an awful lot of punch needle in this particular episode, in this particular magazine. Autumn Basket by Simona of Mani Dodana. Her finishes are beautiful. Look at the finish. That's so pretty. Autumn Basket. Does she say how to... She does give finishing instructions, but like they don't say what to finish it on. Like they say they use a laser cut wood handle. She might sell them on her site. I don't know. Oh, here's another one. Let's see. This is Delaney Woods. I just ordered a Delaney Woods kit that I found on eBay because I had never heard of it, and it was very prim. But if it's as nice as this, I'm going to be very happy. This one's called Midnight Jack. I really like this. So far out of the whole magazine, this is my favorite one. Delaney Woods. I don't know what the deal is with Delaney Woods. I don't know who the person is. I don't know much about her needlework. It says she's on taking a break when you go to her page or website. Her Facebook page. She has a Facebook page apparently. But that is very, very nice. Called Midnight Jack. You know, I've seen all these magazines and I forget what's in here, and I'm like, it's a good thing I'm doing these because that's one I want to work on. And don't tell me the rest of these are punch needle. Yeah, they are. I'll just show you one punch needle so you can just sort of gawk at it. It's called Happy Halloween Green-Eyed Kitty because look how awesome that is. Anyway. So, punch needle and primitive stitcher. This is from 2016. They're getting heavier and more even with the cross stitch as the years go on. It's amazing. This is only 3 years ago, and there's definitely more punch needle. I didn't realize that until I just, you don't realize this when you're looking at it, and then you go back and you compare it to the current ones, and it says, it says that. And then there's a whole thing on the PNPS stitching club, which I didn't even know they had a stitching club. Maybe they don't have it anymore. I will let you know. I'm going to let you know on my page. But apparently they had, at least in 2016, they had kits. Look. That's kind of neat. I love the kits. I just do. I have one more thing to show you. Where is it? Yes, it's right here. I forgot. Now, don't make this mistake. I opened a package today. I opened a package. And I thought I knew where the edge was. And apparently I cut the edge off this. So don't laugh. I bought a Fern Ridge. This is one of those things that goes on the scissor. What would you call this? A scissor, scissor decorations. I forget already, but I just love it. I just love the way they look. This picture, I am absolutely certain, is not going to do this justice. I've never done a beading, any sort of beading. I do have some other beading kits that I've never done. I think I have 2 beading kits. That's it. I have 2 small ornament beading kits. That's it. It's not like I'm inundated with beading kits. But this one looked like it was in control. I didn't see a lot of stuff. The quality of these beads and this claw are beautiful. But look at the way I opened it. It happens. Anyway, I hope you enjoy my video. If you do enjoy my video, please let me know. If you don't enjoy it, well, I guess go watch other videos. I don't know. This is for people who really like the vintage stuff too, I think, and enjoy looking at it. That's my husband gobbling by the way. And this is for people who enjoy the vintage stuff, who enjoy looking at thrift store, flea market, and antique store finds. And cross stitch, of course, and I think I do go, my 2 favorite cross stitch types are primitive and samplers. I think that's what I do gravitate towards, although I have a few other interesting things in between. From my home to yours, please keep stitching and have a great weekend.